What is up, everyone? Welcome to the new shop. We are down here getting the mowers all back up to par. We have been running them like crazy, trying to get caught up. Spring rush is in full swing. We got the Bradley ZTHD 52 over here. We already got the oil change in it, everything cleaned up, looked it over. Then we got the Bradley 52 over here. As you see, it's got some other stuff going on, and we've already got the oil change in it and everything. We're doing something a little different with this one today. So we have worked with Bradley, and Bradley has sent us this wonderful battle plate. Now you're probably wondering, what is a battle plate? Well, I'm going to show you and explain to you what a battle plate is. So if you have a stand-up, anything like the Bradley, you will probably have hydro gear hydros. And as you can see, here are the hydro gear hydros. You can see the fans that use to cool them. You can also see the ground. Problem is, you can see the ground. Things can come up from the ground, hit your fans, hit your hydros, and mess up stuff. Well, Bradley, being the awesome company that they are, they have answered that problem because they understand downtime with a commercial machine is not something that you want. So they're not just handing you a machine and saying, deal with it. No, they are solving the problems. And that solving is the battle plate. Now, that's not what Bradley calls it. That's what I call it. But this thing, actually, this is how it goes on under the mower. We're just going to have to bolt it on. I'll show you guys how to do that here in a second. It's really easy. It's honestly not that complicated at all. At the end of the video, I'll tell you how you can get one if you have a Bradley and you're wanting to get one for your mower. That peace of mind that this thing is going to give me is worth its weight in gold. But let's go ahead and get everything ready to bolt this guy on. It's going to have two main mounting locations. You're going to have these two that go to the rear of the mower, and they are mounting right below the standing plate. I'll show you that here in just a minute. Then you have these two ears right here, and these two ears are going to mount up in this location. Now, I've already loosened those up, and I have found that it is easier to get to those if you lower the deck. Now, I haven't lowered the deck all the way. Right now, I'm sitting about 3 inches, and it's very easy and comfortable to get to those bolts. It's not the front part that's kind of a hard time. It is the back part. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take these off, and then we will show you the back of the part. The back of the plate right here that I spoke of a second ago mounts right here. You see that bolt hole right there, and then that bolt hole right there. So we're going to go ahead and get everything mounted up. I'll show you how to go. Everything ready to go in. Just had to little learning curve how to do it. All right, so we got the plate all mounted up. It does take a little level of finessing to get it in there. I found that out. This is my very first time installing this. And we did get instructions from Bradley. They're very good instructions, just sometimes it's a little different than actually doing it. So we're gonna come over here now. We're gonna bolt this side up. I would recommend doing this side first. It gives you a little bit of a swivel action to mount it in the back, where once you get it in the back, well, that's pretty much what you got. All right, let's see. Okay, we're not gonna tighten anything down. You're not ever tighten anything down until everything is installed. If you ever have a hard time getting stuff fitting up, and that's something you've done, that is where your issue lies. Look at that here. Oh, that actually, I thought the jack was going to be an issue. Jack's actually not in the way. So, we'll run this through, and then we'll start tightening things down. When you do this, you are going to need to tighten it from the back. Once again, this is a threaded hole. Now we're not going to be able to fit the impact in there. So we will. I don't have ratchet wrenches in here yet. And that's something that you just don't understand how glorious they are until you don't have them. Alright, that one's tight. Alright. So once again, tighten the nut. Do not tighten the bolt. The bolt is in a threaded hole, and you will strip it out and possibly damage the bolt to where if you ever need to take, well, you will. You'll need to service your hydros, which means taking this plate off, and that may become a whole lot more challenging of an ordeal if you strip that bolt out. Now, this is where lowering the deck helps. I had a little bit of trouble getting to the nut on this, and then I started looking and realizing lowering the deck is what I need to do. This nut may be 15 too. Maybe I'll use. I may have misspoken earlier, guys, not realize it. No, it is indeed. believe a 16. Yeah, so the nut on this one's a 16. The nut on the back one's a 15. But the actual bolt on this one is a 16 as well. This bolt is not going in through a threaded hole, so you can tighten it while holding the nut in place. It won't hurt it. Whoops. Won't hurt a single thing. Same on the other side. Just the bolts on the below the standing plate, you do not want to tighten them. All right, there we go. Let's take a look at it. All right, guys, we have the battle plate installed, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm pretty freaking excited about this thing. It's got you covered all the way to the mower deck. Like, look at that right there, guys. Man, if that ain't peace of mind, like, look at this. You can take that thing to a skate park and do a grind and you'll still be looking good. So you are covered. And to be quite honest with you, I don't know that you need to take this off in order to service your hydros like I thought. You may, I'm not 100%. When that time comes, we'll be able to tell you we're about 150 hours away from servicing the hydros on this guy again. But man, that thing is freaking sweet. And I just want to cover this one more time. These bolts right here are in a threaded hole. Do not tighten the bolt. Make sure you tighten the nut. That's the standard way of doing it. I do it a little different right here because it's easier to get to the head of the bolt than it is the head of the nut. It's just faster to do it that way. Now these right here are not in a threaded hole. You can hold the nut in place and torque down the bolt. Everything will be just fine. But anyways, that is the Bradley battle plate. All right, guys, if you want a plate like this, you need to join the Bradley Mower community on Facebook and hit up Simon Wong. He is who hooked me up with this plate right here. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm extremely happy with it. He can go over pricing and everything with you. I can't do that. Bradley did reach out to me and just see if I would test it, see what I thought about it. Not sponsored by Bradley or nothing. They just asked me if I wouldn't mind trying it out in the field. But so far, to be honest with you, I'm pretty freaking thrilled about it. I do know we get a lot of stuff that comes up through there. Even with those fans being there blowing down on the hydros, we do get a lot of stuff that comes up through there. And that kind of gives me peace of mind. Two of the most critical things that can get hit and really mess up your day down there is your PTO and the fan for your hydros. You don't want any of that stuff getting damaged. That can stop you in your tracks. And it's never going to do it on a day when you're like, hey, I could probably handle some downtime if life wants to throw it at me. No, it's going to be that day that you had to do more yards than you've ever had to do. You can't take any downtime. You don't need nothing getting in the way. But anyways, this has been the video, guys. I got to put the tires back on this fella right here. We got to get it loaded on the trailer, and we got to get to the house. We have been in the shop all day taking care of these things, and it has just been a insane day. Anyways, guys, we will catch you on the next one.